Let's go, Barry. Go. Start it. We're on fire. We are on fire.
Hey, what's some ice cream?
I'm a lizard boy. I'm a lot lizard again. Welcome, Hoarders. They are going to be playing some more Gran Turismo Sport. This episode, I don't even have a car prepared. It's another Ferrari race. Our last one, thank God. I don't have a thing against Ferrari. I just have a thing against using the same car for 9 races, or the same category of car for 9 races. We used that one last episode, the F40. We discovered that this one won't even, you can't win a race with it. The GTO, that has a little more horsepower, but not as much as the F40, and the F40 struggled to win the last 3 races that I did. And I used the 458 Italia on the first episode after I did the GTB4. So I think we should try the LaFerrari. I think that'll be a good choice for us. I hope. Okay. This should be... Okay, that first turn didn't look too promising. Okay. I was looking online. I just messaged the person about 20 minutes ago. There's a set of Kenwood 4x10 speakers that I was looking at on eBay a while ago, and they're like $64. And I was like, those are the ones I want. Is the Kenwoods, because I got that 10-inch Kenwood subwoofer that I'm building the subwoofer box for. And I want to match all the speakers to the same brand. In the same model. The model or KFC something. The only reason I remember that is just because KFC, that's easy. And you're like, you're fat. Yeah, I am. KFC is easy to remember, though, for a speaker model. It's like KFC, and then there's like 36 numbers. But, on Facebook Marketplace, they're selling them for $10. And I was like, if I don't jump on this deal, I'm losing out. Like, I'm going to get the speakers either way. Like, whether I spend $10 or $64. But they're retailing for $64. I think I might pay the woman $20 for it. If they're in good shape, like, it's set, the post says they're new, but once I look at them, I'll be able to tell if they're new or not. And if they are new, I'll probably pay her a little bit more, because $64, I already spent that much on my first set of speakers for my truck. But they were a set of pile speakers, which they're good and all. Like, I like them. They're good, like, budget speakers if you need them. I should have just jumped. I shouldn't have jumped the gun and been like, I want a set of speakers. I should have went for the speakers that I was going to have. And the reason that I went for these ones is because... I'm trying to concentrate here, I'm sorry. And my concentration's clearly not working good. Okay, it's 7 laps. The reason I wanted to get the speakers is because I have to redo the headliner for the 3rd time, because there's no automotive glue that I could find that will hold a headliner on. The first thing I tried was spray adhesive, and there was this little voice in the back of my head saying, that's not going to work, and I kind of expected it to not work great. And then the second thing that I tried was, what the hell was it? Contact cement. It's like thick glue that bonds to itself. And I tried that, and that didn't really work all that great either. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to use the contact cement again. But I think the reason that I didn't... It was the first time I ever used it. I think the reason why it didn't work great is the way I did it. Like, I know you have to, like, paint or spray it on. It's going to be a pain in the ass to spray on. So I'm just going to buy some disposable paintbrushes, because there's no way you're cleaning that stuff out of a brush. Get some disposable paintbrushes, and then I'm going to... you paint on one side of it, and then you paint on the other side of it. That's the second time I went off there. These tires, I might have to check and make sure that they're soft. I think they might be medium. But I had to do the headliner before I can put the speakers in. And then I had to put the speakers in before I can put the subwoofer in. So it's like one thing leads to another. But I saw that the woman selling them for $10, and I'm like, I'm saving $54 right there. So I'm gonna go for it. I'd rather drive the 60 miles. Oh, no. Why? We have 3 more laps, even though I went way, way, way off track. This car fucking blows. Okay. I think we can still win it. There's only 4 people ahead of me. I can see 3 of them right here. Damn, that was stupid. But I was like, I gotta jump on that deal. That's too good of a deal. And what I might even do is hook up my GoPro and just show the whole drive or something like that. Do like another vlog. Because I'm gonna meet him and then get that. Also, it would be a good safety thing. In case I got brutally murdered, I would have a camera in my truck showing me getting brutally murdered. Because I do not trust people on Facebook or Craigslist at all. But I'm a big guy. And also, a thing that my family does is we keep a good-sized wrench next to our driver's seat. Just in case, because you never know, like driving through Ohio or something. I had a friend that some guy got, oh, please brake. I guess my friend's cousin accidentally cut some guy off or something. You know, it was like a road rage thing, and he just grabbed the guy, he grabbed his shirt and was like he was threatening to punch him and shit. And I was like, yeah, don't go through Ohio. Also, like, when I go for, stuff like that, I'll bring my karambit with me. Just in case, you never know. I just don't trust people. And then they're the ones like, this guy has a karambit. Okay, don't rob him. What are they gonna do? I have a $30 check in my pocket. I have a $30 check in my pocket. A 10 and 3 ones. They're gonna be like, oh, yeah, you can keep it. A check that I haven't even signed yet. Actually, I could deposit that tomorrow. I probably should do that. Probably should have done that. I might do that, yeah, I might do that quickly. Beforehand. Because I'm probably gonna leave like not an hour early, but like an hour before we're supposed to meet up, because I've got a bit of a drive, and I'd like to relax when I drive. Listen to music. Go fast. Yeah, I can hook up the GoPro and do that. That'd be a good idea. Charge it tonight. Show you guys like what our normal highways look like, or our main roads. Also, I've been having a lot of issues with DaVinci Resolve lately, ever since the, what is it, DaVinci Resolve 16. They do like free updates and stuff, but I don't know what's been going on. It just crashes while it's rendering, and I can't do the podcast episodes. And like, it'll crash when I'm rendering it in 720p, which makes no sense. Like, you'd think that would be a much easier video to render. It's just audio, a picture, and the picture's rendering at 720p. You'd think that that would take 2 seconds to render. Compared to these videos that can sometimes be an hour long, and I render them in 4K. Like, that's just nuts. Maybe I'll look in the settings a little bit more for that. But that makes absolutely no sense to me whatsoever. That I can render like a half hour or 45-minute 4K video, but not a 2-hour 720p video that just has a picture. Because it keeps getting to like 12% and then it shuts off. Like it fully closes the app, and I'm like, come on now. Because I had to delete our last 2 podcasts because of that. I thought it was something wrong with the podcast, but apparently not. I want to try to get this one done, because if I'm going to be going up there tomorrow to do that deal to get the speaker, or speakers, might be, like, even if they were used, that's still a decent, like, that's a really good deal, actually. Like, it's so weird to, like, I could have ordered them online, or just, like, get them right now for $10. Okay, that's a F50 right there. Okay. Now on to race number 2, which is technically 8. Move out the way, bitch. Yeah, this car is way easier to beat the other guys with. Also, I didn't change the tires. I'm going to say that was all my error. Especially those 2 times going off the track like an absolute idiot. Move out the way. See ya. Oh, we're good. Actually, did I race that? Yes, I did. I raced this the other day. It was like one of the last trophies to do before Laguna Seca. For the challenges or whatever it is. Ooh. Come on. This thing needs to start digging in. Yeah, because you can floor it through here. And then you gotta start braking for this turn. You know, unlike what I did. You got a really sharp hairpin thing. Not really a hairpin. A hairpin sharper than that. Yow. Yeah, these tires blow. They really actually do. I can't wait though to get the headliner all done again. Then I gotta get the I gotta put new fabric on the whatchamacallits, the visors for the so they will match the headliner. Because they're also fabric covered, but they have like a little leather strap thing around it. only got 3 people ahead of us, and I'm driving like a maniac. I did go down the road today, and me and my dad, basically, we wanted to go to Sam's Club because, you know, the pandemic and stuff, and we're like, yeah, let's sign up. We haven't been there in forever. It's just a lot cheaper to get bulk stuff, in total. Like, you buy, it was like $8 for like 3 things of fucking ketchup. And I was like, yeah, boy. Also, the big deal, got a huge, it was like a 4-pound box of goldfish crackers. I was like, that's my weakness. But the main reason we went down other than that was to test out my truck, because since my friend's bachelor/bachelorette party, it was like just a big family get-together thing. It wasn't like all the guys went out and did one thing and all the girls did one thing. It was all together. Since the day of that, which that was before October, because the wedding was in October, that was when my truck died. Like, ever since the first thing that broke on my truck, I haven't driven down the road. Like, I haven't gone, like, highway speeds with it since then. And it felt good to do it. And the reason I waited so long was I wanted my dad to have a day off, and I wanted me to have a day off, where if something happened to my truck while I was driving it, if it broke down, drive shaft fell off, something stupid, I don't know, I can't predict what can happen, I wanted him to follow me down the road, so I ended up we ended up doing that today. Which was pretty fun, because I realized once you pop that sucker in overdrive, she really goes until you get to a hill. Once you get to a hill, that 140 horsepower just goes, you're funny. That is astonishing to me, though, that you can have a V6 in 1989 that only originally put out 150 horsepower. That is not a lot for today's standards at all. Also, like, there's a lot of vehicles today that, like, Ford has a bunch of EcoBoost cars that have, like, 200 horsepower on a 4-cylinder. And it's like, huh? They just... I will say, engine-wise, they make them better now than what they did. But, like, the old, what the hell is it? Oh, please stop. Like, the old 350 Chevys, like, they're, like, one of the most reliable engines out there. Like, from back in the day. Nowadays, you get something from a Toyota or a Honda, you're going for fucking 300,000 miles, and it's not going to skip a beat. But I like that American V8 sound, even though mine only has the V6. I'd love to have the V8. There's a YouTuber that I watch called Sob Kyle 04. Sorry, I had to burp a little. He's doing a restoration. I love that he's, like, I found his channel because even before I bought my truck, I was looking into it, and he just started his GMC Jimmy revival. Like, he was restoring it, basically. Not really a revival, because it was actually very, very decent shape when he got it. But the one that he's doing right now is he has an extended cab, 1989 S10, exact same year, make, model as mine, except I don't know if his is a Tahoe or not. Mine is. Either way, that's just a trim package. It's not a big difference, like no difference in performance. Both came with the 4.3 liter V6. But he's doing an engine swap right now. He actually just finished it in the last episode. He put, I think it was a 350 small block in there. And that's what I want in my truck. But you've got to do a lot of figuring out for that. It's not as difficult as, like, it's one of the easiest engines you could put in an S10. But it's still not easy for someone who has never done an engine swap before. You know what I mean? Like, there's stuff that I don't know yet. So that would kind of worry me. But if I jump into something, I'll be like, oh, this is way easier than I thought it was going to be. Why didn't I do it sooner? Yeah, just like that subwoofer box. I was like, I can do pretty precise measurements and stuff. And then I started the subwoofer box, and I was like, ugh. I'm going to take a break from this. And then I just simplified it. And now it's a lot easier. Today, we did stop at Lowe's when we went down the road. And I got a piano hinge and a couple... I thought about it like last minute. A couple of those like brass brackets where if you open a chest lid, it will hold it open for you. So I decided I'd get a couple of those, because that way if I'm digging in it or if I'm cleaning my truck, the lid can just stay propped open by itself. I was like, that'd be a good touch. But I think, judging by the weight of it the last time I put it in, it's going to be difficult to get it in with the lid. And I have to put it in with the lid already on, just due to the fact that it's a piano hinge. So there's not enough space that I could just put the lid on after it's slid in. There's just no room for that. And I also have to wrap it in felt. Felt is not that heavy for something like that. What else? However, the felt will make it harder to slide back, which is okay because I... Ooh, I got Rona. I'm kidding. I hope I don't have Rona. The carpet, there will be too much friction against the carpet and the felt in order for it to stay there. Or it will stay there. I won't have to bolt it down or anything like that, which will be nice. Hey, bitch. Let my guard down too much. But I have confidence that it's going to come out pretty good. The only thing that I have to worry about now is the seatbelt straps. Just where they're at is the only issue. But I think once the felt's on, I'm just going to add a piece of plastic for it to rub against. So it's not my belt rubbing against the felt. And then it'll be beautiful. Okay, on to our last race. Okay, last race. We're in, what, Tokyo Expressway? I think yeah, that's what it is. This will be an easy one on the straight stretches. It's nice to actually, I don't want to speak too soon, but it's going to be nice to actually be able to do a full race without having to restart. Jesus, people. Damn, people don't know how to drive in the damn rain. The rain's when it's fun. Actually, no. Rain, to me, is not fun to drive in. Snow is. Got a rear-wheel drive vehicle? Yeah, snow's gonna be fun. Unless you're trying to get somewhere. If you're trying to get somewhere, snow's not fun. If you're trying to have fun in the snow, it's fun. This one time, I was going to a, what the hell was it? A job fair, with my friend. I was like, yeah, it'd be cool. Come with me. And I was like, okay. So we went down to the job fair, and there was like an inch and a half of snow on the roads that wasn't plowed yet. And I have my S10, that's what we took because I have no other vehicle, with summer tires all the way down there. And where I live, it's uphill, downhill, left, right, all the way, like, for a good half hour or so in the snow. And going up the hills, my wheels were spinning faster than I was going. Like, I'd just lose all grip going up the hills, so I'd have to give it some beans. But we got there, and then they told us that they canceled the job fair. And I was like, oh, that's nice to know. The people that drive over a half an hour to get there are the ones that actually show up. That was very annoying. But luckily there was Wi-Fi, so I could just look up the Facebook page of the thing, and they were like, yeah, we're closed. And I was like, I ended up going back, though, and I eventually did go through it, but that didn't work at all. So that's nice. Can't believe we got the first that easily. That was like right after the first lap. These tires do suck in the rain. I need like more chances to switch tires. Okay. At least Easter weekend I'll be working on my truck. That'll be nice. Finally have time to do it, and I can get stuff cheap enough. Like, basically, as far as interior goes, all I need is a dashboard, the headliner finished, the subwoofer finished, the new speakers that I'm getting tomorrow put in. I'd like to get a center console for it, because mine did not come with a center console because, you know, the 80s, back when they were like, hey, you gotta hold your drinks the whole ride. But I did see that the second generation S10s and Blazers, the center consoles from those will fit. Because I guess it's apparently somewhat rare that an S10 comes with a center console, because like a lot of them come with bench seats. Mine came with bucket seats, so I'm not stuck with the bucket seats. I would like to get a bench seat, but not anymore, because the way the subwoofer box is set up, I made it for bucket seats. Like, there's no way around that. It is specifically for bucket seats. Yeah. So there's that. But like the cool thing about the subwoofer box is that it doesn't change the truck at all. Like, I'm not drilling into anything. I'm not taking any body parts out. Like any interior parts off. Nothing. Like it will be unmolested, as people say, and I think that's a weird phrase to use, but okay. That's like people that don't like hearing the word moist. I think unmolested is a very strange term. But it does make sense, because you're not changing it. The thing I'm surprised about, though, is that it will fit in without taking the seats out. Like, I thought I was going to have to take the seats out, slide the subwoofer box in, then put the seats back in. But you can just slide it down the back of the seats and it just fits. That's another thing I need to get. Like, the main thing that needs fixed on the outside is just the driver's side door, which it's common for driver's side doors to start to slouch and stuff, because that's the most used door, obviously, because you can't drive it from the passenger side. Or at least you shouldn't. Oh. But I need to get the holes in the door bored, I think. But it also could be a mix between a couple things. I think that I might end up just getting a different door and then taking the keyholes out. Because the passenger side, I already put on a new door handle because they break pretty easily, apparently, and I broke mine off. So I put a new one on that. And the driver's side, I want to do the same because it's nice. Like, it feels so much more quality built. Like, it's stronger. The springs aren't worn out or anything like that. And it also has like a nice solid shut on the passenger side. And I'd love to have the driver's side feel the same way and be gapped properly. All that fun stuff. And I bought a new door seal for the driver's side and the passenger side. So someday I'll put those in. That only takes 2 seconds. You just need a set of tin snips. Just put it in. Doo-doo. Done. Because the ones that I've been buying have, like, they're reinforced with metal on the side that, like, grips the actual door. Ooh, too fast. Too fast, too furious. I hope you guys realize watching this, you're not going to be watching someone that's going to do perfect driving. I could do perfect driving if I wasn't talking and I was concentrating instead. But when I'm talking, like, that's one of the reasons I have, like, the brake light indicator pop up telling me when to brake. Because when I'm talking, I'm just not paying attention to what I'm doing nearly as much. Also, I'd probably be better with a steering wheel, too, instead of a controller. But you have to spend, like, boohoo bucks in order to get a decent one. Like, you spend $80 and it's a piece of shit. They're like, yeah, it's not good. Was this the final? No, this is almost the final straight. After this turn, it is. After the last Gran Turismo 5 episode, it's nice to have only 5 and 7 lap races. Because the Gran Turismo 5 episode, I was doing 10 laps on every race. Here we go. Just zipping it all the way through here. And we got her. Okay. We should also have a car unlocked for today. So we can go see what that bad Larry is. 78,000 for that. Someday I will get my Shelby Daytona and I will be happy. Okay. What are we doing next week, actually? Should check that first. I want to die. I want to die. That's a lot of races with vehicles I don't like driving. Ugh. So it's just one vehicle. So these are like the small versions. Shit. So I gotta buy one too. I don't even have one, I don't think. Okay, what'd we win? What's our gift car? It's not gonna be the Stratus. Or Stratos. Okay, so is this the McLaren one? No? Okay, it's the regular one. God damn it. Okay, well, that is going to be it for this episode then. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. And if you did enjoy the video, check out one of my previous, next, and related videos, and don't forget to check out my social medias in the description down below.